I like to perform with a stool. And we had trouble finding one today. And I found this one in the coach's office at Trinity Valley. This is the stool that Coach Bucket uses during basketball games, so if I have a tendency to call a timeout here, that's the reason. Back in 1992, there was a presidential election. Ross Perot's running mate, you might remember this, was Admiral James Stockdale. He had 4 famous words in his vice presidential debate. Why am I here? I'm looking at the list of singers. I have no idea why I was invited. I was completely surprised. Usually, you know, Doc McGilvray will ask me to sing once a year. And I think it's because he wants me to be interested in a new fine and performing arts center. We need $25 million. I'm not kidding. If you have deep pockets, help Dr. McGilvray out so he don't have to keep asking me to sing. But I was surprised Dr. McGilvray did not ask me to sing. I got a note from Joanne Johnson. And again, I was surprised because, you know, you've got opera singers on here and people that, you know, are famous and all that kind of stuff. And I've heard these people at previous galas, and I'm going like, I have no business being up here. I'm kind of reminded of that episode of Barney Fife when he's with the church choir. I was watching it the other day. And if you haven't seen that episode, let me just say that Barney Fife makes the whole choir sound so great. But that's the main reason I came and agreed to this. When I got the note, I said, absolutely not. You know, I'm not going to do this. But Dennis is such a good friend, and we do have a great partnership with the Henderson County Performing Arts Center. I said, well, if I could think of a song, which is hard for me, then I might do it. And I was listening to a song on Spotify, and I thought, yeah, that one might work. And it was a song that Ralph Ranger wrote in 1937 for a movie called Big Broadcast of 1938. And I thought, well, this would be a perfect song for an award-winning guy because that song won the Academy Award that year. Some actor by the name of Bob Hope sang it. Now I thought, okay, that's great. I can't use the lyrics that are in that song. And of course, Bob Hope, he modified the lyrics as the years went by. You might want to play a little, I don't know, music. Back, yeah, sure. But, you know, I had thought, well, I need to come up with some lyrics if I'm going to do this. And of course, the song was Thanks for the Memory. And so, I'm not a real creative guy, but I got this, I don't know, my creative juices got flowing one day at lunch. It was either that or the turkey sandwich I was eating. And it may be the turkey sandwich after you listen to this. And I really want to thank Kirk Overmo, because after I sent the song selection to Dr. Gilmore, I said, hey, here's kind of what I was thinking of, and here's some lyrics I wrote. And he said, well, Kirk can play for you. So last week, I came over and practiced with Kirk. And Kirk goes through the song. And he goes through it partly again. He says, you're supposed to start here. And I said, Kirk, I can't read music. And so Kirk, I guess you can just kind of start us off, and I'll try to jump in where I think I'm supposed to, all right? Thanks for the memory of shows that you produced, and you ruled the roost on on the stage, you're quite the sage. You gave us such a boost. How lucky we were. And thanks for the memory of evenings at the play that made your hair so gray. You have a lot of talent, that's what we know and say. How classy you are. Now that you're parting, we're starting to see teardrops run down our faces. Your shoes leave some big empty spaces, but yet we know you want to go. Thanks for the memory of Annie, get your gun. That was lots of fun. The actors who shot guns at you until the show was done. How funny it was. Thanks for the memory of smiles all over town, because you were around, and all who knew could count on you. You never let us down. How trusty you are. And thanks for the memory of friendships that you've made, characters you've played. You've been so great and real first rate. We wish that you had stayed. We'll miss you so much. Now that your curtain is closing, your life for you now is just blooming, with plans for retirement looming. We wish that you would take us to. Please know that your legacy will never, never die. On that you can rely. Dennis, you're our hero. You're such a super guy. And thank you so much.